Hello everyone and welcome back to this best of 7 between VVV Gaming and sMi. Our new opponent is the villainous villain, Days. Pretty simple name. Yeah, did I forget to bring out that name tag bar in the last game? I feel like I did. Well, whatever. And our hero once again is Nazgul, the fearsome ring wraith. Shall rise again. No, tough, don't lag! No. Oh, it's a little bit unfortunate. But, you know what, that said, it's better for it to happen at the start of a game as opposed to, Dace is just flipping out. Oh, man. Yeah, it's better for this to happen at the start of the game as opposed to the middle during, you know, a climactic battle or something. That's always the worst in the entire world. So, yeah, now I do have to confess, I have an inkling of what Nazgul is going to be doing. Just because between matches we're on Mumble and we will occasionally discuss potential strategies and things of that nature. So, I wonder if I should tell you. That would sort of ruin the surprise, you know, so maybe I'll just hold off and I'll pretend to be mysterious. You know, I mean, he could change his mind, do something else. But I'm kind of hoping he does what he was talking about because it sounded pretty cool. It sounded very White Raw-esque. So, of course, the moment I say that, I was like, well, warp prism, obviously. Special tactics, baby. That's all I'm going to say. But, I think you will enjoy it. So, Nazgul going to get up here, see what's up, and then probably pylon block his opponent to be as annoying as possible. And, yep, there goes the spawning pool, because that's standard in the metagame right now. Zerg just don't hatch first against Protoss anymore because 9 times out of 10 the Protoss will have the probe down there and he will block your hatchery and you will hate everything as a result. So, Nazgul for his part, getting the Forge Fast spam going, pretty typical. And I do have to say, it looks like there's a hole here, but I don't think there actually is. Like, it looks like there is, but there isn't. And it's one of those weird things where the doodad doesn't perfectly line up visually in terms of, because like it totally looks like a Zergling could fit through there, but I'm pretty sure it can't. So yeah, it's just one of those weird things where it doesn't quite work out perfectly, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, okay, I'm curious what Daze is going to go for. We did scout out his profile before things started, and he's pretty high rank in Masters League, so he's definitely pretty good. Probably the best player we've seen out of sMi thus far. So I'm very interested to see what he's going to go for, and how he's going to react to what Nazgul is going to do. So Nazgul continuing his wall. Very typical. Circling, just kind of scooting around, seeing what's up. Because that's a good thing to do at this point in the game. And wow, that probe might get away. I don't think so. I seem to recall that there is a way to... I feel like there's a way to get a worker away from chasing Zerglings if you micro it in some way. That could also be me just making things up. I'm not sure. Anyways, Nazgul's Nexus finishes. It begins probe production. These hatcheries are on the way. And hatcheries don't look too weird from the side. I mean, it still looks weird. Ugh, look at that thing in there. Blech. I think that's supposed to be like the drone. Yeah, hatcheries look kind of whatever. I know. I think Terran buildings look the strangest when you look at them from the side. Although gateways look a bit funky too. I mean, look at that. Like, what? Ah. Whatever, man. Forge just look weird, too. Yeah. Well, my commentary gets bad once I start getting tired. Yeah, it's about 10 minutes past my regular bedtime at this point, and this is only game 5 of a best of 7, so there's the potential that I will be up for another hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours at this rate, which is awesome because I enjoy this game a lot, and I want to be able to cast games for it and, you know, hopefully entertain you in the process, but it also means I'm going to be exhausted. But I actually have the day off tomorrow, so that's really good. Because usually I would get up at 4 a.m. to go to work. And that would be a bit disastrous if I had to stay up super late casting this, so... that's just how it goes sometimes. And I don't have too much else to say about that. So, Days has picked up his extractors, as is expected. Hasn't gotten any at his other bases yet. So, not going to tech super aggressively. Just wants to be able to drone a lot. And as I say that, he grabs 2 more, so... pretty typical thus far. Cool. Corner boosting out Warp Gate, getting 2 gases there as well. Definitely going for something tech-oriented. Something which I know, but I'm not yet sharing. It involves gateways, and a robo. And something else. Maybe. I don't know. I really shouldn't have said that I knew what was coming. That way I could be like, well, based on the amount of gas that he's getting, I do therefore predict that he's going to go Void Ray all in. And then be like, totally right. And everyone's like, what? That I didn't know that was a thing. And I'm like, it's totally a thing, guys. Deal with it. Or, I don't know. I'd say something snappy, right? You know, when I'm more awake and not tired out of my mind. So the one thing I'm concerned about is, Days does have an Overlord here, which he's probably going to sacrifice in at some point. Just to check things out. Nazgul is doing a little bit of pressure up front with some Zealots, and forcing Days to make a bunch of Zerglings, and by a bunch I mean a whole freaking lot. And so the Zealots will all get cleaned up. All part of the plan. So several more pylons going down, another pylon, another gateway. And Days continuing to build stuff, making a spire. So, gonna go up to Muta Bling Ling, I guess. And, yeah, that's kind of a style that we're seeing a bit more of now. Where rather than, like, Infesterling Muta, they just go, like, Muta Ling Bling and make, like, a lot of Banelings. And you just make so many Banelings it just kind of overwhelms your opponent. And, that's something I'm okay with, because Banelings are the best ever. In all history. And, yeah. We do like Banelings. So, it looks like that Overseer may have gotten in and seen, oh, what's this? A robotics bay. How fascinating. I actually wasn't expecting that. I think he might have changed his build. I'm not sure. Okay, well, there's a Colossus on the way. He must have changed his build, man. What I was expecting was what he was talking about doing. I'll share it now since I think it might have changed. Was he was going to go Warp Prism Dark Templar, and then of course the idea is that you know you get 2 Warp Prisms. You load them up with 4 DPs each. You go in and you attack, and then as soon as something comes to like try to kill the oh wow, he's just barely not seeing that spire. But as soon as something comes to, you know, an Overseer comes over to spot the Dark Templar and something comes to kill it, you just pick them all up and go somewhere else. And it's just like a hyper annoying sort of thing to deal with. And it basically forces your opponent to use a crazy amount of APM. And, but it looks like he's not doing that, which makes me a little bit sad. I was looking forward to that. So, instead just going to be something more typical, Colossus, Deathball. So these Mutas are going to swing in, potentially deal quite a lot of damage. Nazgul doesn't have Blink and probably won't have it for a very long time. He actually only has 10 Stalkers, and he's losing a lot of probes. And, oh dear, well, I think it'll finish in time. Okay, good, he's chrono boosting, yeah. So it did finish in time, so that's good. But Nazgul is still just in a little bit of trouble here, you know. He's losing a lot of stuff, and he does lose the support bay. So, and oh no, Zergling Run By came in, and he has lost 28 probes so far. He's down to 19 probes versus 17, or excuse me, 72. And I think Nazgul is in an enormous amount of trouble at this point. There's not really any way he can come back economically, and yeah, it looks like he's just going to go for it. You know, the best chance he has at this point to try to deal a death blow. You know, but here come Mutas. They're going to pick off the Colossi, and that was really the backbone of Nazgul's army. And now the Mutas are just going to swing into the main, keep killing stuff, and Daze will make even more stuff at home to deal with this. So Nazgul's going to try, because you may as well. He does have a lot of force fields, so it could work some magic. But there's already a Spine Crawler wall here, and Nazgul is actually on move command, which is a little bit hilarious. But he's going to do the best he can. A whole bunch of Banelings. They do have speed, which will be so enjoyable to see. Here we go. Oh, pretty nice force fields going down. So Nazgul is going to stay in it for a little bit longer, but there's actually Mutas back at home just killing everything. And yeah, there's actually no way Nazgul can win this. So yeah, there we go. So SMI is now up 3-2. They only have to win one more game to win this entire set. Have to see who BBB throws out next. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please join me for Game 6.